The prior process was in essence a take it or leave it event, right? The budget would be presented to the delegate assembly for their approval. Now that has been changed fundamentally to specifically state that they shall have line item veto. It's no longer take it or leave it. If you have changes and you stand up and make them noted, then finance has to go back and revise that budget appropriately if it's voted on, if it's agreed. I think it's like Jean Dowling said a few minutes ago. She doesn't care where it is, just so it's in there.
Well,
right?
You know, for clarity purposes, and not to belabor the point, but one of the reasons you have committees is to have them rework it. Phyllis wants everybody to go to 40 committees. We have enough people trouble getting a delegate assembly, and that's because lots of people I talk to say, why should we go? I'm in agreement. If it's in the delegate assembly, I don't think it's a big change, and I'd like that to be a change.
All right, I'll call for a quorum. All right. Jack?
I have to say I agree with Mr. Grossman. It might be redundant to have it in the financial part in Part 8, but it is of such a magnitude that it certainly doesn't hurt to put it in as one of the powers of the delegate assembly. Finances should be, even if it's redundant, just for clarity purposes. Thank you.
Sure.
All right. Now, coming out of all that, do we have a motion? But before we go crazy over that, how many slips have been picked up?
That's it.
12, and you have any? 13, 14, 15, no, we haven't lost it. We had 140, we need 117. We're still okay. Say again? Yeah, okay. So,
Changes to 2/3.
yeah, it's 2/3. We'll work that out. Now, do we have a statement of the motion? I mean, I've heard it chopped up now so many times I'm looking at motion salad. So what is the statement of the motion that we're asking the delegates to vote on?
I think I have from Ed, and is it Ed's motion or Jack's at this point? Whoever, it's a co-motion, okay. To add the reference to line item veto to item V5, section 6, so that it reads, approve, the delegates will approve all budgets and line item vetoes. There was,
All right.
okay. We'll have to go back.
And I've long forgotten it, Marilyn. What was the motion on the floor? So can we not simply fuse these together with the modification of specific reference to line item veto? All right, is that acceptable, Anita?
Yes, it certainly is.
All right, can you put something up that reflects that?
It's Article 5, Section A6.
Hi, Gene.
You,
Hold on, one at a time. Go ahead, Jody.
you need to withdraw the two motions and make another motion that includes the line item in the budget.
All right.
You need
Whoever
to
made
withdraw the two motions.
the two
first.
motions, would you like to withdraw those?
Just amend it.
Look,
We can modify
folks,
it.
we're really deep in angels on the head of a pin, and we're about to lose our quorum. All right?
one comment, Mr. Israel.
Yes.
We seem to have some people who just yell out. If you want to make a comment, do like Gene does. Get up to the microphone. We're interrupting people. That's not the way you run a meeting. I want everybody to have a say. If people are walking out, is not our responsibility. We're doing the best. But Marilyn running out and Phyllis yelling out, that's not the way you do it. Get up to the mic.
All right. I could comment on that, but I won't. My advisory chair, or somebody, claims there's 2 motions on the floor. Now, whoever made those motions, would you like to withdraw those motions so that we can get this modified motion on track?
Marilyn?
Marilyn.
I think I was the maker of the first motion. Why can't we just add the line item zero?
We can modify.
That's what I
That's what the
suggested.
motion is, to modify.
That is exactly what I suggested. Put it up with the modification of restating the line
allowed.
item veto. All right? And I think it's the best way to go moving along. Jody?
What was the one Gene wanted under committee?
Anita, is that okay?
Article VA6. Yes, I think it is. Do you all understand what it is?
All right, now let me try.
Then it's okay.
Let me just make sure, because Rod endlessly tells me I have to keep track of the quorum every 20 milliseconds. So how many do we have? 14 and 5, 19. We're still okay. All right.
Okay, and this is the last thing we have, so.
All right, we're still okay. Remember, we had 140, quorum's 117. Huh? Yeah, well, all right. Is there any further comment on this issue? All right, let's bring it up. Where are we?
115.
Two-thirds is 80.
You keeping track of the numbers?
Yeah. On this one, the two-thirds is 80.
Because why?
Has everybody pushed a button? Who would like to push a button?
Oh, okay, all right, so we need 8. So we have it, okay.
All right,
Mass
Jody, bring it up.
Mass exodus.
Enough. All right. That clearly passes,
Yeah.
because it was
Okay.
94 when the number was bigger.
80
All right.
Excellent.
All right. Anita, do you have anything else for us?
I do.
That's unfortunate.
Very quickly.
Because-
No, not to
no.
vote on.
Okay.
Just to remind you that none of the articles that are voted go into effect until the full document is complete, when we've gone through all the articles. I want to remind you that next week, September 13th, there's a second town hall on articles. What did I say? Oh, see, boy, I'm jumping ahead to the third one, yes. June 13th at 1:30 in the party room. It was a terrific experience, and I hope you'll all come. Thank you. You did a great job. You did your homework, and I appreciate it.
All right. Any committee reports are in here, so unless it is critical for a committee chair to deliver a report, we'll move on to good of the order. And I think we will, obviously, we've lost our quorum, so we'll dispense with the officers' reports and go directly to good of the order if there is anyone who has something to tell us. Good and welfare.
I'm not on my
All right. Someone has something for us? All right. Donald's going to bring her a mic, I think.
Yeah, he's on his way.
Anything new on the golf course?
Other than new creatures living in the jungle,
Yeah,
no.
okay.
I know there's a great deal of interest in the new barrier along Century Boulevard, and we're waiting for final engineers' reports and vendors. I'm going to bring this one to the delegates because this is a $300,000 to $400,000 project.
Wow.
This is non-trivial. It was read out of bid and infrastructure, and what we're looking at is a vinyl-coated chain-link fence, and that will force us into a new 5-foot-wide concrete sidewalk. It's very expensive. We're on track to do it, but we want to make sure we get the i's dotted and the t's crossed, and we get approval by the delegates to spend that kind of money. Okay?
Yeah, I just want to know, was there anything about a company coming in?
No.
Or doing anything?
Absolutely nothing. Waldman doesn't talk to us. The Lennar Corporation, biggest builder in the country, walked away,
Yeah.
ostensibly because of toxicity, in particular arsenic. So we have no new information on what Mr. Waldman's intentions are.
Thank you.
We really don't.
Thank you.
All right. Anything else under good and welfare? Because if not, I would entertain a motion. Ed, we have a motion to adjourn. It's a Brooklyn motion. Adjourn, and we have a second. Thank you all, folks. I know it was a bit stressful, but important work.
Spending their money and they get it work out. Of course. But they're
Wow.
tired of the same bullshit. The same people nagging, going up, nitpicking.
I have one on